Yo, what's up? Today is November 30th, 2024, and today I've been working on a Shopify store a little bit, just testing some things out. I've always wanted to have another business that I could start, and I think doing my notes. I think doing Shopify is pretty solid. Doesn't cost a whole lot to get started. So my startup costs are pretty low, and I think I'm going to be able to find a supplier on Alibaba and get some like custom products, um, which will be cool. That's There's so much to do. Setting up the Shopify store, connecting it to run ads, and then I'll have to learn how to make ads, which isn't too hard. I mean, I don't feel like that's going to be too hard. It'll be kind of fun. Learn how to write some copy, etc. Da 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 da. It's gonna be fun though. I think this stuff's gonna be cool, and I think it's interesting. I'm gonna try to document my process of what I'm doing and just be completely transparent with y'all. And I'm just gonna talk about it. I don't know, whenever I get it built up a little bit more, I'll start showing y'all exactly what I'm doing. Right now, I'm just like figuring it out, you know? I just want to put this out there and be completely transparent so that y'all can see that I go through the same struggles or have gone through the same struggles that, you might be going through because, I'm normal just as like y'all are. And, I'm only 23, but I'm going to try to strive for this thing and see where I go. Um, yeah. And, I think this is like really important because, I've, yeah, okay. So I got another topic that like I made some topics for us to like talk about. So I had some things to share with y'all. Um, the first one was learning from failure instead of fearing it, right? Because in your head, a lot of times you will have a fear of something, and so instead of confronting it, you will run from it and try not to confront that fear because you're scared of it, right? Um, but you have to sort of run towards that fear and just not be afraid of like failing. And then after you fail, you can learn from that and build from there, right? It's a process. Um, and some of the best lessons you probably have ever learned are from failing at something. It's not until you fail at something until you learn your biggest lessons. And yeah, so I don't know. There's something to be said there. I'm sure there's a lot of other self help people. I watch a ton of, Alex Hormozy. He's a good guy. Puts out a ton of content though, so don't get lost in it. Andrew Huberman's pretty solid. It'll give you some good direction. And Andy Frisella, that's one of my favorites too. He's cool. So there's some good podcasts to listen to if you want to. I try to get on here and talk a little bit like about some of these things, but a lot of them are like secondhand from them, So, but I'm like a younger guy talking here, and so maybe I can help out some, people that are younger than me. Hopefully, if you're, you know, younger than me, I'm 23 right now, and so maybe I have a little bit more perspective on things than I did whenever I was like 16. And whenever I was 16, I was more worried about like chasing girls, etc., and kind of just living for the world. And now I'm kind of more on this like spiritual journey, a little bit more. I finally got back to Christ and everything else, and it's a whole another conversation. But uh, anyway, that's kind of changed my definitions of what like success really means. Even though I want to chase certain things, um, I'm still content with what I have, and I think that's really important. to have like a positive attitude and outlook on life in order to be able to grow. Because if you have a negative attitude and a negative outlook, you're not going to grow positively, right? So that's another little point to think about, I guess. Yeah. So checking in today. I also went for a run this afternoon. I ran 6 miles in about 55 minutes, I think. Yeah, it was 9 minute mile-ish pace, which I think is pretty solid. I'm thinking about signing up for a marathon soon. Just need the challenge. I've been kind of just bored. I want the challenge. School is very boring. Nothing comes of it, really. I mean, you pay a bunch of money and then you go sit in class and then you get a piece of paper and some skills, right? It's not anything out of this world. Yeah. And pretty much anyone can make it through school. So anyway, whatever I say on here, I'm just trying to talk and get better at talking in front of the camera. So, a lot of these like videos here at the start are going to be super bad, and I'm just willing to accept that and learn from my failures and my mistakes and just work on getting better at this. They're very, at least this video and probably the last one are super just low effort. Just because I'm not, the production quality is just going to be what it is, and I'm not worried about it. I'm just going to document whatever I'm doing, talk about it, and not trying to optimize for the algorithm or whatever. You're just going to find me for who I am, and that's that. And I can get on here and talk about whatever I want to talk about, and that's going to be that. And then if it grows from there organically, and awesome, and if I get better at doing videos as a result of just getting on here and documenting what I'm doing, great. Like I have a little bit of skills with Premiere Pro in the Adobe suite, like editing videos. So like I can do that if I want to. I'm not like the best at it, but like I can throw some things together and cut things up and add music, etc., do a few edits. It's just a lot of effort that goes into that type of video for whatever reason. I don't feel the need to do that. I think we're living more of a time where we need to share ideas and communicate with each other on a deeper level, really because of certain things with short form content and social media. They can be very positive tools, but also very negative if you let them overtake you, I guess, in a way. Brain rot is real. And I think also on that point, it's really important what ideas you put into your head. What information are you taking in? What things are you watching? What videos are you watching? What books are you reading? If you're reading books, are you reading books, right? Who are you hanging out with? What's your environment like right now? And how does that affect who you are? If you could realize that, that's one of the really like key points that started to change who I was or who I am, because sometimes yourself changes and you're like living on autopilot, right? And you don't realize that you're changing because of your environment and where you're at. So I think that's really important to realize, and being able to stay true to what you believe in is really important, and and so watch what you see, watch what you hear, watch what you say as well. That's important. Your mouth can get ahead of you, and you can talk more than you think, right? And so watch what you say, for sure. But that's almost a result of whatever you're putting in, right? Whatever your inputs are going to be your outputs. So if you're putting in good stuff, your outputs are going to be good. That's a pretty simple thing I can leave you with for today. And cool. That's my video. That's me talking on the camera for 10 minutes. Very low effort video, of course. So I'm going to keep just talking to the camera. And you guys, if someone watches this video, like it, follow me, do something, comment, tell me how this was, please. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Rome's been pretty cool. I'm liking it here. It is hard being in a different country, but you get used to it, So, anyway, it's 7:15 p.m. I am actually starting to read David Goggins' new book, Can't Hurt Me. So I'm going to get off of here, go read that, wrap up this video, and I will see y'all in the next one. Goodbye.